Yo, Hunter x Hunter. What? Hunter x Hunter. What? Hunter x Hunter. People, oh my God, it's been 2+ years. It's been too damn long. But Togashi Yoshihiro is back in this bitch. And I am stoked. I am pumped. I love it. Now, here's the thing. This chapter came out, well, it was on Manga Stream yesterday, May 28th. Now, the original announcement, when it came to the news article that announced that the Hunter x Hunter manga is coming back, that was scheduled for June. So technically, since it's a scan, it comes out much earlier than the actual chapter does in Shonen Jump magazine. So, on the magazine, yeah, that'll be June. But because it's a scan, coming out real early, coming out on Wednesday. So, that's why they're legal. But hey, I support Togashi. I buy his volumes. That's my contribution to one of the greatest mangaka of all time. Even though he is Dragon Quest heavy and, you know, has his issues and has his quirks, the thing is that I still love it. Alright, again, Yu Hakusho, love it. Hunter x Hunter, love it. So, thing here is this. Let me do this the appropriate way. Because we're back in the business that is Hunter x Hunter. So, okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter Chapter 341 review. We are back, bitches. Yeah, love it. And automatic, man. Automatic. Like, no, as if this 2-year plus hiatus didn't exist. Right back into business with the new world, the Shin Sekai, and beyond fucking the tarot, dog. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker beyond. So, first of all, let me talk about what stuck out immediately, the artwork. I'm sitting here, I'm like, what? Like, no. Because Togashi, when it comes to the scans, he normally just sketches out, like, the artwork, and then he will finalize the artwork in the volumes. If you compare the online scans, or even the Shonen Jump magazine chapters of Hunter x Hunter, to the volumes are a lot more detailed. They're much better from an artistic standpoint. But when I'm reading the chapter, I'm like, yo, this artwork is pretty damn good. Now, granted, later on in the chapter, I did notice how Togashi was kind of going back to his usual sketch form. Kind of. It was, you know, a few hints here and there. And that's what his art normally is. But when it came to like the initial first page where we see these two executive dudes, one being much older than the other one, their facial features were well defined. I'm like, yo, like normally they're not that well defined at all in Hunter x Hunter scans or Weekly Shonen Jump magazine chapters. So that I thought was actually very nice, probably because of the fact that it's been the first chapter, or this is the first chapter in over 2+ years. They said, you know what, since it's been that long, we're going to make this arc pretty damn good. So we're going to give you what it actually looks like in the volume. So that's what I'm thinking. So later on, as we move forward into this Shin Sekai, as the chapters progress, don't be surprised if the artwork starts to go back to old school Togashi, where he's just like kind of like fuck it, like he did this shit while he was driving to work, like Gone's eyes, fucking scribble, we're good. So don't be surprised, because that's the way it's been for a very, very, very long time. So moving on, the next thing here, the main thing actually, because we already know who these characters are when it comes to the Zodiac. We know that Jin left, as did Pariston Mouse. He left, he bailed. And he's with Beyond the Taro's boys. We know that Gon and Killua, well, they've pretty much separated at this point in time. Killua's going with his little sis or his little brother. Again, to this day, I'm not too sure. Aluka, and they're on their own journey. Gon is doing his own thing. Kurapika is still doing his thing with the bodyguard, and like those, he's still doing that thing. Leorio, I think, is still, after the whole incident with him and Jin, Leorio, after saying his goodbyes to Gon and Killua, he's going back to med school, I think. I'm not too sure. But the thing here is this. When it comes to who we're going to focus on right now, there's no way in hell we're going to focus on Gon. Unless Gon is going into the Shinsekai, which he can't. There's no way Gon has the experience nor the power to enter the Shinsekai. No way. No way. So, obviously, we're either going to follow three people. And this is what I'm seeing right now. Either A, we're going to follow Pariston, Mouse, which I think is a stretch, so I don't think so. But the main two are this. Beyond and Jin. I'm going to say Jin, or we could follow both of them. We could follow Beyond and Jin, to be quite honest. Honestly, I want to follow Beyond. I do, because this dude, he's crazy. But we actually got to find out a little bit more about the new world and the ramifications that are plausible when it comes to entering the new world. Because remember, the V5, the most industrial, powerful countries in this world, their world, the V5, they banned entry to enter the Shinsekai 200 years ago. I think it was that. I believe it was multiple centuries. And this kind of doesn't tie into what was stated in the chapter. Unless Beyond is like centuries years old, which he shouldn't be, then yeah, there's no way in hell. There's no way, because Netero's not even that old. Netero's above a century, because maybe I'm wrong about that. But there was basically the V5, they banned exploration into the new world. But we find out a few things. So number one, according to Chairman Netero, because Netero has this video footage, or he had video footage saved for the Zodiac, in case someone named Beyond Netero, claiming to be his son, appeared. Apparently Beyond Netero, and I saved some tabs open just so I can have some reference if I need the reference. Beyond Netero was an individual who went to the New World. He led an exploration team at the beginning stages of the V5, or something along those lines, when there were still a lot more organizations in the world, in this world. The V5, they made a party, and they sent this party into the New World to explore. And the leader, or the person who decided most of the actions, was Netero's son, Beyond. And apparently Beyond Netero took a new route into the New World, and this resulted in a calamity. And the end result is them not getting too far, the V5 for sure banning anyone from going into the New World, which we find out at the beginning of the chapter. I think it's called the Tokol. Like, they have this certain requirement list to enter the Shinsekai, and the end result is no one be able to enter the Shinsekai based on their list, based on their requirement. However, the country of Kaiken, because the country of Kaiken and Beyond Netero are just going ham. Like, yeah, we're gonna go on a journey. Like, it's all of us, this entire country, we're gonna go on a journey into the Shinsekai. But the thing that Chairman Netero wants, because Beyond was forbidden by his father, Chairman Netero, Isaac Netero, or grandfather, father, Isaac. He was forbidden to go to the Shinsekai till his deathbed. So when Netero died, what happened? Immediately, his son didn't mourn, he didn't cry like, Daddy, no. He said, okay, Daddy's dead, Shinsekai, we're going right now. Boom, we're in. So, that's what happened. And as a result, again, he had the video footage already there for the Zodiac. And what Chairman Netero is explaining to the Zodiac is that, and I can't say the Zodiac 12 because 2 already fucking left. So he's explaining to the Zodiac 10 is he wants the Hunter Association to be the ones to pioneer the new world. He wants dudes who have a very similar mindset to his son, but yet at the same time who have more than his son, I guess, in the way, because it's kind of hard to explain, but basically, guys like Jin, alright, let's keep it real simple, alright? Guys like Jin, who always have the new world in their mind, who always want to see the unknown, who always want to explore and find new things, alright? Pioneers. Again, if you look at Jin's hunter track record, he's found so many things, so many new things, and he's done so many things when it comes to helping humanity, when it comes to helping the people of this world, quote unquote. And now Jin wants to go even further beyond. In order to do that, he has to go into the new world and explore those regions and that area. But again, the calamities always occur. In fact, there's a theory that the Chimera Ant Queen is the result of someone going into the new world. Now, whether for sure, we don't know. Because the Chimera Ant Queen, when you look at her, from Jump Street at the beginning of the arc, she was already beaten, battered, and bruised. Now, who could do that? Well, if we take into consideration how powerful Gon Freaks was when he made that sacrifice to kill Neferpitu, how according to Neferpitu, he was on the symbol as the king. His father, Jin Freaks, who is renowned to be one of the strongest nen users on the planet, at least on this side, in this world. The thing here is that Jin may have the power to spank the Chimera Ant Queen. So the theory here is that Jin, at some point in the past, went into the new world, and the Chimera Ant Queen is the result of him going into the new world. We're not too sure about that. We're not too sure at all. That's a very bold theory. I've heard before a while ago when the manga was still fresh in people's minds, like early 2012. But now that the manga's back, we're going to reintroduce that theory and see if it still stands. At this point in time, we can't be too sure because Jin wants to go to the new world, and the fact that he knows things about the new world, like for example, he knew about the, what do they call it? Like he knew about the world tree that has its roots inside like mountains, and it feeds off the magma of the volcanoes. He knew that. How did Jin know that? Well, maybe he went to the new world. Again, we don't know. So it's very plausible, but we'll wait and see. Because Jin's a very mysterious guy. So maybe that's why he was so hard to find, because he wasn't actually there. He was somewhere else. But then again, we find out that there's some kind of gate guardian for the new world. Like there's some kind of gatekeeper. And in order for people to actually go there, they have to get past the gatekeeper. So what Beyond is doing right now when it pertains to the Zodiac, we're not too sure. Why would he deliberately come to the Zodiac's home base and say, yo, tell the V5 that Beans, you captured me, alright? Because Beans, he's like, Beans is a funny guy. Because he's weird, and he just looks so fucking weird. But he's telling Beans, like, yo, like, tell him you captured me. And I think he said, hold on, let me go back to a page to quickly reference something. He said, like, okay, so capture me. And then he says, so how about some give and take? So, according to what he's saying in this chapter, Beyond, he is going to give himself up to the Zodiac and to the V5 in exchange for something else. Now, I'm not too sure why that is, because he was the one with the Emperor of Kaiken who announced this exploration. And the V5 were so worried that they wanted his ass dead immediately. So I'm not too sure. Beyond is this dude's bold as fuck. He really is. But what are you going to get in exchange for giving yourself up to the V5? I'm not too sure. Information? More men? But then you're not going to be there. Well, then again, maybe if you can somehow escape the Zodiac 10. Who knows? Because his boys are still there. Alright? His boys, his posse, along with Paris and the Mouse, they're still there. So maybe they're gonna give him up momentarily, then they're gonna break him out of jail or something like that. Again, we'll see. We'll see. Then comes the book, this new Expiration, which apparently was first seen as like a fantasy book, but then was taken a lot more serious after a few incidences. And we see these two executives, and we don't know what their names are, but one's older, one's younger. And the older one is talking about a few things here. He's talking about how they have, basically, what we see is that a lot of countries, a lot of people, they're preparing for the backlash of what happens when Kaiken enter the new world. They're preparing for the fallout, because every fucking time there's been something. And we see what those somethings are in the chapter later on. So let me go to that right now, okay? Oh no. First of all, no. Let me backpedal. These two executives, they mentioned also something called Pandora. One of them, the older one, mentions Pandora. How if the negotiations fail and Kaiken enter the new world, or before they enter the new world, as a prevention measure, they're going to unleash Pandora. What that is, I'm not too sure. There's also a gatekeeper of some kind, and how it works out, again, I'm not too sure either. But there's some kind of border between their world and the new world. And then the older one opens up like this area where the newer one goes to. And what we see here is some really weird shit. We see corpses, mainly corpses of human bodies. Some were twisted around like rope. Others were like shrunken and mummified with like these attachments to their skull. One was like a regular human body, butt naked, but its stomach was like open, and it had no head. And then there was another one that was just a hand, with like weird claws coming out of the fingers like an eyeball. One body looked like crushed and like scrunched like a damn accordion. So you're like, whoa. Nah, like it did not look pretty at all. But apparently, these corpses were found on this side. These people died on the other side. They died on the new world. But their corpses were found on this side, this main world. And apparently, this organization, who I can assume worked for the V5, but I'm not too sure, this organization, they have never found a single corpse that has actually been in the new world. So they're lacking info, and a lot of their info stems from this book that was once perceived as fairy tale. Now they're taking it true and serious. And the executive, the younger one, is told to actually go through it and read through it. And before he does, what does he see? A zombie. It's a fucking zombie. Like, I mean, like, they're talking about how, like, this guy has, like, the immortality virus where he can't die. He has been in this cage for, like, 50 years. It's a fucking zombie. Like, let's keep it real fucking simple. Seriously. So, what we find out at the end of the chapter, after this guy is sifting through all this material, is this. And this page I had to save. This last page. Here, he goes through the 5 great calamities. Okay? Number 1. And this one, I think I'm the most scared of. Because this one, I'm like, yo. Like, I don't know what it is. But it's fucking freaky, man. It's freaky, dog. Oh, this one. The true protector of the mysterious ancient ruins. The unidentifiable sphere. The unidentifiable sphere. The weapon. The weapon of, the weapon Byron. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, Bryon. There we go. Bryon. Fucking Bryon. I'm like, what the? And it's just a fucking sphere. It's mad simple, but it's mad fucking scary. Because all you see is like this human torso, and it's just standing there like this. And it's just chilling. And you see like the sphere where his head should be. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Bam. Like, I don't know what that is. But you can't get near that thing. And like, one of the corpses, so let me backpedal. When you go to the open area, one of the corpses that we saw, that one of the guys, that the younger guy was looking at, it was a headless body, and its stomach was like ripped open. So that stomach part could have been human activity, like maybe the human trying to dissect the guy, but that head is gone because of the damn fucking sphere. All right, this Bryon thing is it's a threat. All these are fucking threats. Okay, that's very obvious. So, and they call it a weapon, and apparently it's the protector of these mystical ancient ruins. I'm sorry, these mysterious ancient ruins. So I'm thinking, okay, so mysterious ancient ruins weapon. So was this thing, this sphere, created by species or civilization by a civilization that existed long ago? It had to be. But that's crazy though. So that means that human beings once resided in the New World long before. So that means that human beings may have actually originated. You know what, like that theory of ancient aliens and how back in the day they were even more advanced than we are today. It could go along those lines. Again, it could be some shit like that. But Bryon is not normal. That's for sure. So that's number one. Number two, the desire of codependence. Gas life forms. What? Like, what the fuck? Togashi, bro. Gas life forms. Either they're called AI or it's whatever. I'm gonna call AI. Bro, no. Now see, those don't look bad, but they are bad. Those don't look bad, but they're really fucking bad because they're a damn calamity. Okay? Gas life forms. So, like, these gas life forms, either, like, they take humanoid shape, or, like, they attach themselves to humans, and they try and live almost like parasites, but they're gas. So, that's horrifying. Now, the next one, this two-tailed snake hellbell, the aberration of murderous contagion. I'm like, what the, hold on, pause. Why is a snake a threat? And I'm thinking that the people who were actually, the people who were, when they died, their corpses were like rope, as if like they were turned like knotted rope. This hellbell snake, when you take a look at its like main like neck mouth area, it looks like a knotted rope. So I'm thinking, fuck, it's the snake, but it looks so small. It looks so like I don't know, like the snake doesn't look like a big deal at all. But apparently, like the two-tailed snake hellbell apparently is a massive threat. I mean, clearly it's a massive threat. No shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And then we have number 4, pleasure and life exchanging human feeding beast Papu. No. See, no, Papu, no, man. No. No. Like, the end result is the Papu feeding on human beings, and human beings being shrunken and withered and turned into these miniature mummies. But at the same time, they get pleasure from that. So a human being will get pleasure in exchange for their life. And the human feeding beast Papu is like hiding in the darkness as it's sucking on the life of human beings. No. Just no. That's a different no. And finally, the Sivir of Hope, endless despair, the immortality sickness, Zombie disease, which obviously means zombie. So that, okay, zombie, whatever, not a big fucking deal. Okay, it's not. The gas life forms, fucking Bryon, and the Papus are clearly way more horrifying than zombies. Alright, I'm just saying. Yo, Bryon is scary as fuck. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's horrifying. No, dog. Fuck no. Shit. And then, like, this executive makes the conclusion: no way in hell should humanity ever return to this place. No way in fucking hell. It's too much. It's too much. But I'm done. So overall, this chapter is the first chapter of Hunter x Hunter in a very long time. The chapter I thought was actually pretty damn good. I'm gonna give a rating of a great chapter, and then I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, no action, purely exposition. A lot of talking, a lot of dialogue, explaining thoroughly what's happening in this current situation right now, involving Beyond Netero, involving Jin, involving Chairman Netero, Isaac Netero, and his final words to the Zodiac 10, and the new world, and the backlash, and how people are preparing for the fallout, and what may come. One of these 5, if not something new, if they take a new path, like Beyond Netero did when he was in his younger days. So again, like, there's all this shit detailed for you. Very nice. The chapter was very refreshing because, number one, this is a shonen. This is a shonen, and it's very rare do I see like shonen that are somewhat, because Hunter x Hunter is a more mature battle-esque shonen, but yet here we have this chapter, nothing but exposition and detail. I love it, and the artwork just stunning. Off the gate, like, whoa, is this Togashi? Like, the fuck, whoa! So, I'm happy, I'm stoked, I'm ready to go for the next chapter of Hunter x Hunter, but I'm gonna see you guys later for next week, or whatever comes out, because there may be breaks in between, who knows, but I'm done. Hunter x Hunter is back, a long review, but hey, I'm trying to make it for 2 years here, 2+ years, have to go back to some things and refresh your mind and so on and so forth, but hey, that's the way it is, that's the way I roll. So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. A great chapter of Hunter x Hunter. A very nice start for 2+ years of hiatus. Peace. Have a nice day. Starkweather, I know you're happy, dog. I know you're happy. Because I am.